Turnabout, defendant lobby number 3. Mr. VP, yes. Tell me straight, were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio? I didn't go to the studio, I was sleeping, honest. So, who was the Steel Samurai in security photo? How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was out in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. What? You should take better care of that stuff. I couldn't imagine anyone want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So, does this leave me? It doesn't look good. You are the only likely suspect right now. Nick! What are you going to do? First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this. Right. And it will take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right, but if you pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey, Nick, it's time. Okay, let's go. What does this mean? Please don't sigh like that. The court will reconvene for the trial of Mr. Woodpowers. Mr. Edgeworth will present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter. The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. Here's a person who went to the studios was a boy, roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence. But there's still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Woodpowers. Oh, very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defendant disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. Order! Interesting. Let's hear you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Right. As if the stakes weren't high enough. So, who was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed murder? Well, the assistant girl... No, we don't want to accuse her. We want to accuse... Oldbag. It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag. The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene once through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady Oldbag. What? Whippersnapper. Order! Is this true, Oldbag? Oldbag? That's Mrs. Oldbag to you. Mrs. Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume. Then shipped in Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take a picture. If she was in his costume, she could point a finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Fixing the deductive reasoning, Mr. White? Oh, yeah. Right here, Sherlock Holmes number 2, baby. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounced? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection? Some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have any opinion on this matter? The prosecution has some meaningful objections at this time. What? What's this supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it, isn't it? Patchy boy, don't just sit there, do something. What's my move? Maybe now is my chance to take this whole way. Press further. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Mrs. Oldbag's actions on the day. Why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer? You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too. Oh, indeed. They did it. No windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy, the one whose photo I erased. He's only a grade schooler. So was this at second or third grade, was it? That doesn't matter. When I was at age, I could flip out my old man in 10 seconds, tops. You thoughts, Mr. Wright? The boy is not a killer. What? How can I be so sure? Oh, or is it to be nice to the kids and mean to your elders, they whippersnapper? I have proof. Proof? Indeed? Do not see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could have not committed this murder. But the samurai spear is pretty heavy. Your Honor, the murder weapon was the samurai spear. The very spear shown here in the photo. How could the boy have taken the spear? It's impossible. I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? To wind back, speechless. This has got to be a first. Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the common trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about the witness, Mrs. Windy. What was her name? Something Oldbag, Your Honor. And the prosecution will look further in this Oldbag before we continue. That is all. The court is adjourned. Wait a second. I will go to just sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me! I'm talking. Oh great. Stop the process. Going back wants to talk. It is Oldbag. What is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony? Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about. Not to talk about? But by whom? Huh? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Well, testify. My lips were sealed. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it. See? They told me to just pretend they hadn't been in studios that day. But if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them go away scot-free. Mrs. Oldbag, this is crucial information. Where did you keep this from the court until now? And you've been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told. No, this isn't a bad screen, Your Honor. That is the power of the Oldbag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Blah 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 blah. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. Who were these people? Well, the director and the producer, for starters. The director. You should have known something was fishy. How could I have done a run-through of the action scenes without a director? Of course. Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it. So, where were these people? The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime and had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer. Studio 2? There was a Studio 2? Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go through the gate and all the way to the left. The path where the monkey's head was fallen over. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue cross-examination? I think I've already asked all my questions, but no, we can take a break. Your Honor, we have learned there were others at global studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. Well, the court acknowledges the defense point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Mrs. Oldbag, and more information about these other people we have just been told of.